Today, I am walking you through some of the functionality that you have on your site. There's a lot on the back end too, but I just want you to see this from the front end first because there's a few things that I need to do, which is add your events for A Course in Miracles, your radio show times, and a couple other things. Install guest blog software, finish the guest blog page, configure BuddyPress for you, which I'm going to go over in a minute, and then add some social share software as well. So, to walk you through what has been done so far, we have updated the logo. I'm working with somebody to get on this as far as a Tiffany blue concept. As for right now, the way that we have the color configuration, it all matches the logo just for flow of the site. So, what I did was you've got your slider bar, and all of this links to each and every page on your site. So, I went in and picked out very specific photos that I felt would go with you and your personality after, having gotten to know you a little bit. And I'm glad that you like them. So we're going to go from there. So your slider bar is pretty cool. I fixed the animation on it yesterday, but I've even linked out to Radio San Antonio. And the reason I'm doing this is as I redesign the Radio San Antonio site as well, which I've talked about with Jay, we're trying to give you guys some domain authority as far as backlinks and things like that will help with your SEO. So I'm trying to work on that. So that's just something I was kind of thinking about as far as a forward-thinking level. So, you have your booking capabilities online. Your services are online. Books that you're going to recommend, the reason I put this on there is because I want to hook you up as an Amazon affiliate, because if you're facilitating A Course in Miracles, people can purchase that book, as well as other books that you recommend online, and you can receive a commission for those. So I was trying to be forward thinking as far as affiliate marketing on that. So let's kind of go through your homepage really quick. Services. What I did was I hit on the three main things that you offer. You've got your life coaching, A Course in Miracles, and group coaching. Now, group coaching, you might cringe a little bit, but I actually did this because I want to see you kind of expand. And I've put some software in here on your site that will help you do that. Then what I did was I built a pricing table, and the pricing table actually takes you to the book online page. The pricing table is what I took off of your prior website. The pricing table is what I took off of your prior website, but I just repackaged it to try to make it look nice. Then what I did was I found, why life coaching. I took some of the content from your prior website and then added a graphic that actually shows how life coaching can help people, just to pretty it up a little bit. And then I took all of your prior blog posts and I imported each and every one of those along with the photos you selected with your prior blog and tags and categories into your new WordPress site. So you can get some traction on that as well. I also took the opportunity to put your booking software on your homepage because we always want to have a couple call to actions on your homepage. So what I did was I took the things that you're offering, your free consultations, your life coaching, your speaking engagements. People can select the service. They'll select you as the provider, and then they'll tell you what their availability is. Now, there's a few things I'm going to need from you on the back end for this because I would like to sync this up with your Google Calendar so that the availability is shown based on when you're actually available. And that's something we'll have to talk about. But this is really, really, really cool stuff, and it syncs up with everything. And we also need to talk about setting up your payment gateway. I'll have a couple recommendations for you that are free or super cheap, so don't stress about that. Then what I did was I took all of the testimonials that you sent me that I was nagging about, and I'm sorry for nagging, but this is why I do this, because, other people are going to want to see what people have to say about you. Now, what I would still like to add to this is actually a photo of each person just to make it look a little bit better. But I mean, so far so good, and I think it looks pretty awesome. Now down here is something else that I have programmed into your site, and I've programmed it into your site 3 different ways, and there's still some work to do, but below each post and below each page, we have that call to action for people to subscribe to you. And the way that I'm setting it up is I'm putting you in MailChimp to where they will receive a weekly RSS feed for every single one of your blogs, because the idea is to have people come back to your website on a regular basis. So what we're going to have to talk about in MailChimp is how we're going to structure that, because in MailChimp what I'd like to do is have reminders of your radio show, reminders of the fact that people can book with you online, offer people who subscribe to you special, deals and discounts that they wouldn't get elsewhere, and then go from there. So you already have a lot of functionality programmed in, and I did this all in the name of forward thinking. Now here at the bottom is a couple things that we're kind of in pre-launch because we haven't really discussed a lot of this yet, but I want to structure you for growth. So what I have done is I have actually installed your own social network on your site. So when people log into your social network, you can put them in groups and do that group life coaching. You can, and we're going to have to talk about pricing structure for that too, but you can do it 100% online, which is really cool because, people like convenience, but I've already set you up for that. And I've already left space down here so that we can put some ads in there and monetize your site as well, because I know we've talked about that. So we have log into your community, and then we have different groups, which we haven't set up the groups yet because we need to talk about that, but it's there. I put in a search bar, events. That's something else that I need to program in as far as putting your Course in Miracles stuff there, your radio show broadcast, when people can listen, and links to that as well. But that will show up here in the footer as well. I took all of your social media links that I had, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, and SoundCloud, so that people can follow you there. I put all of your most popular posts, things that get read the most, at the bottom, and then a contact form at the bottom as well. So that's just a quick little overview of your homepage. You really have a lot of stuff on here that is so useful and so helpful. So what I did here on your About page is I took a lot of the content from your old site and I just prettied it up a little bit, added a couple pictures, and then put a contact form at the bottom, because we always want a call to action. Beneath every page, beneath every blog, you have to have a call to action. That's absolutely vital. Then I also put your contact form in. All of this is programmed to when you get an email from or when you get a message from these, this will all go to your email. So that's something for you to consider. And then again, at the bottom of everything, I put in, hey, here's this, here's that. So, you have all of that functionality. There's a few things obviously still I need to tweak, but it's coming along really nicely. Services that you offer, I put in 3 call out boxes here. I also reiterated your pricing table here, put in your testimonials yet again, and then if people still have questions, they can contact you in the contact form that I put on that page. With your podcast, since there was only 8, and I really had to think about this one because I wanted to structure it a little bit differently, and I think it can be structured differently as you put more podcasts on there. But what I did was I just took all 8 and, made it look kind of pretty as far as, what people are looking at and what's available right now as far as life coaching on the go, which is great. But what I would like to do, and what I'd like to actually see in the future as you grow this, there's software that we can put in there and implement to say, okay, here's, this type of talk or this type of discussion, and people can click on that and it will take them to a page that has all of those things on there. So I structured it very basic right now, but know that I'm also kind of thinking forward as far as growth is concerned for your podcast. Now, another thing I wanted to point out is once this is done, we'll also have a sidebar over here that will have, your ads, another call to action for people to subscribe, whatever else you want to add. We need to talk about that, but it's pretty much, set up for you to be completely 100% successful. And then the book online, totally automated. I really love the software. I'll do a video on the back end of your site here in a few minutes, but this is just kind of giving you an overview of what people can do now online. And when people can do these types of things online, it's been my experience that you receive about 3 times more leads on business than what you have before. So the way that I've set it up right now is people can pay in person when they're signing up for your life coaching sessions, or they can pay online. I would ultimately like to get you to a point where people pay online up front. But, I know that's not always going to happen. It's still a possibility, so I don't want to leave anything on the table. I also went ahead and put some information here for you to get guests for your radio show, because you don't have to hustle for everything. It's so easy when people come to you, and just having contact forms on my websites and on clients' websites like this, I get so many different things of other people who are like, hey, here's an infographic, or here's a guest blog, or here's this, or here's that. So I wanted to make life a little bit easier for you. So you can actually book people, or vet people at least, through your site. So they fill out their name, their email address, their phone number, what their website is, what they like to talk about on your radio show, and anything else you might like to know, so that you can set up a pre-interview with these people, so that you're getting really quality traffic to your radio show, because I think that that's incredibly important. Recommended reading, this is what I was talking about with Amazon, and we're going to need to discuss the affiliate program with them, because what I would like to do is actually put in a bookstore here that features the stuff that you're recommending as far as reading is concerned. So I'm going to have you put some thought into that. And then your blog page. Your blog page is really just the blogs that I imported, as well as the photos that you already had on your existing site. And then I've already set this up as well to have a sidebar that will go in on the right-hand side for your site monetization, as well as other opportunities to subscribe to you, contact you, get in touch as you provide more quality content for people online. So that, in a nutshell, is what is going on with your site right now. There's still more to be done, but I'm working on it, and I hope you like everything we've done so far. If you have any questions, please let me know. And that's that. So I will talk to you later.